All right, we're back, everyone. Game number two. Nine Lives looking to reclaim some of what they just lost. And Blitzkrieg, are we going to see something weird from Blitzkrieg in this game, too, again? Once again, I'm Kenos, so I'll turn this question over to Sig Tau Lord. Sig, you think we're going to see a more standard game from Blitzkrieg?
I hope not. That was a very interesting build that they had there. I think that you can cancel it out by banning out Vayne, but Kenos, the question would be, how do you ban out the other hundred and some champions from Stelio Contos? It's going to be something that non-lives have to come to grips with.
They will, and I'm wondering if they just need to focus a little bit more up in that top lane. We didn't see too much jungle engage at all from either team, really, until Amumu started making some plays earlier on. So maybe get that jungle a little more involved in that top lane to try to pressure, um, pressure Stelio and keep them off of their precious farm.
I think that would be a big potential. Maybe focus on that. But honestly, you have a guy in NL Brandana who is one of the best hyper carry players in the game. He's coming from an ADC position. Let him get a comfort pick. I can understand if you were looking for a split push comp with that Zed, which I think they were. I think that was the goal, was get Zed to a point where he could push down a lane by himself, meet in a one-on-one fight, and walk away confidently at the end of it to continue the push. But they never could do that. They never allowed Brandana, Fat Jackalope, big ups there with the Morgana pick, never allowed him to get ahead to do that. So maybe we need to see some more comfort. If you check out the op.gg, Keno's very sad. Not a lot of Zed on there for NL Brandana.
Yeah, Brandana, I think the other thing that's kind of concerning for me, if that was what they were kind of trying to go for, is that Great Beard of Odin is the one who split pushes all the time. I don't think you want to take that strength away from the team to try to get Brandana to that position as well. I'd like to see, like you said, get Brandana something, get that mid lane solid, and then I'm still going to hang on to those jungle rotations until we see someone actually able to step on Stelio Cantos here.
Oh yeah, and even though Stelio Contos, we've sung your praises, you've done fantastic, but the other four players on this team have a lot to be proud of from that game one.
Oh, absolutely.
S&P Sniper, that was enlightened Alistair play from him. Outside of that, when he made it a 4v6 with that headbutt there at the end, that was sorry to laugh at you, but that was pretty entertaining.
And big props to Gotta Get Lucky as well. I mean, he's been struggling a little bit in the ADC position, but he was doing very well in that Sivir. Excellent work, and hopefully get to see some more of it here. Working very well down that bot lane with SMG Sniper, considering that they got pushed back so far in that lane in game number one. But we'll see what kind of bans come out from Nine Lives here. With the Darius Nasus as the first two. I don't know if will they go with the Jax again? I don't know if there's anyone else they really want to ban out here.
If you don't ban out the Vayne, you prepare for it and you work to counter pick. Chat, you let us know. What are some counter picks you should be looking for into this Vayne topside matchup? Maokai, perhaps?
Oh, they ban Mumu. That's a good choice. Take that Mumu off the board. See what else Chop Suey's going to pick up. See what the first pick here is. I mean, Brandana is the first pick here for the team, so he could grab his favorite mid laner and just rock the town with it. We have Slykosaurus saying that Blitz need to ban the Zyra. I don't know. I mean, Zyra was definitely a thorn, but not intending to pun here, in Blitz's side, but I don't know if it's that huge of a threat for him. Ash first pick. Interesting.
I can see the logic to ban it, but at the same time, it only did so well because they shut down Brandana. So it probably wouldn't shine as well in a different lineup.
Well, we'll see what happens here. We do have the Morgana picked up first. That flexibility that she brings, especially considering who this team is she a mid laner, is she support? It's going to be messing with Nine Lives for the next couple of picks.
No, it's topside. That's the OP counter pick. You land the stun right at the beginning, And then there's nothing else you can do. Kantos knows what he's doing. Morgana top, calling it now, Kenos, calling it now.
Sejuani picked up as a fill-in for Amumu. Similar potential, but it's more single target. So may not see the same kind of game-ending plays, but, maybe we will. Thank you to Lofiel for the Twitch Prime sub. So Ash Zyra is still that bot lane. Too late for the ban there, Slackosaurus, sorry to say. And Kayn. Alright, so Kayn was banned last time by Blitz, most likely because they did not want it to be hunting them. Very excited to see this in action. Still no mid laner picked up though, so they're deferring the top and mid lanes for this second round of picks. Will Sion get banned? That is the question. Meanwhile,
Sneaky little part of me wants it banned out.
Meanwhile, either mid support and top lane are left. Ban the Ahri. Not a bad choice. It is a question. Okay, so if you're on 9 lives right now, pretending for a moment that this Morgana's not going top lane, do you think it's mid or support?
I don't think you have to make that decision yet. And I think that's part of the genius of the pick. We don't know exactly what they're floating mid-side for Fat Jackalope. He showed his ability with Morgana. But SMG Sniper is more than capable of pressing the Q button as well. So it could be support, and I think we'll see that in a moment. But I think it's going to be mid.
Okay. It looks as though
Held a gun to my head.
It looks as though 9 lives agrees with you since they are banning the Alistar. That is actually the always the unfortunate thing when you're playing these games with the flex picks, because maybe you ban a couple of supports and this Morgana ends up being support, and you go, oh man, ended up wasting those bans. But maybe it wasn't a waste. Maybe the fact that you banned all those supports makes the Morgana the support. Oh, they do ban the Vayne. Okay.
I don't know what else you would have banned out there. They've already targeted pretty hard. You would be over-investing otherwise.
I don't know. I mean, the Vayne is such a weird pick, and yes, Stelio did good on it, but he could just pick Renekton now, which they had banned out last time, or some other hyper scary carry.
Please be Morgana top. Please be Morgana top.
They need 9 lives needs another tank here, but they don't really have a lineup for it. So it may just be Ornn solo tank with a Kayn going red, which I don't like.
I love this comp, as a matter of fact, to counter you. I think this is the engage that they need. Ornn, Ashe, it allows Kayn to get in there. Zyra definitely providing a control aspect during this team fight. Oh, folks! Woo, Cassiopeia, hyper meta pick right now. She's running Conqueror, and I think this very well could be a big difference. Brandana has been flexing on some Cassiopeia here recently. 60+% win rate according to the OP.GG.
Very nice. Meanwhile, we're shuffling a couple things for Stelio Kantos here. Fiora or Irelia. Fiora is the pick. Alright. So we have Ornn versus Fiora in that top lane. Gregosaurus Rex complaining that there is no Scion. I guess Ornn must be free this week.
Sion also makes an excellent support, Greg. Just saying.
Alright, so mid lane, Morgana versus Cassiopeia. Morgana, I think, has a fair chance against that, especially if Jackalope plays to the level he did in Game 1.
I don't think you have to have a fair chance. You just have to not give them a chance. Just don't engage. This is the exact same team, but Vayne looks different. Vayne is now going by Fiora. The mission has not changed. Make it to 20 minutes. Allow Fiora to activate. Get Sivir to two items, win the game. Where I think Nine Lives incredibly different comp, Kinos, where it's definitely more team fight friendly. This is the kind of comp that you would take home to meet your mother prior to. Your mom would ask those standard questions: Can they team fight? Are they able to engage? Is there solid CC? Yes, you could be very pleased with that. Put the brooch on, head on out. It's a solid date.
I mean, I like Nine Lives' team, but at the same time, if this Fiora gets anywhere close to anything, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. And I apparently have a message. So I'm going to pop over here real quick in case it's important. Okay. Um, so with this team comp, we saw last game that Nine Lives really struggled because they did not have durability tanks, that kind of stuff. This time they have the Ornn, they possibly have a Red Cane, but they don't really have that much else there. I know I get hung up on tanks quite a lot, but I think game one kind of proved my point in that respect. This game, maybe it'll be a little bit different because Sejuani won't be able, like I said, to lock down a whole team, but we'll have to see.
Well, there's some big disengage too. Zyra, Cass, Ash, Ornn. Short of Kane, everyone has some hard CC. So you can make it out if you need to. But you want to be going the other way with this comp. Hit level 6, go forward.
Yeah, hit level 6, hit some power spikes. That's what we're really looking here for both teams. And I think if you're Nine Lives, the big scary thing for them is that they got to the point where they needed to be, and then it just kind of fell away from them. So a little bit more awareness to avoid getting collapsed on, and I think they will do fine. But the second this game gets away from them, I think they're screwed.
That's definitely an outcome. We don't want to see that. We want to see very close competitive fights. So bring us joy, bring us happiness. Get us some good fights. We appreciate it.
Looking forward to the Thresh plays. Sivir Thresh lane we've seen quite a lot here. Um, Fiora, not so much. Sejuani's been kind of falling into a third or fourth jungle pick this particular split. Used to be very popular. Still getting banned out a lot, but kind of been ending up second or third fiddle to the Zax and the Amumus when it comes to a tank role.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more pressure because with Sedge that ult isn't as guaranteed. So
Mm-hmm.
could turn into a slow real quick. I think there are some big differences as well from this Blitzkrieg comp and how they execute. You do want to make it to that late game so you win, but I think that you're going to have to prioritize Brandana a lot more and make sure he doesn't make it to late game as well because that could be very scary.
All right, let's see what happens here with first the skins. Uh, Great for voting doing Thunderlord and Ornn. I appreciate that. But I think Nine Lives ends up losing because they don't have any skins otherwise. Whereas
Oh,
five skins to two, disappointing.
that is the that is probably my second favorite Thresh skin. I would have given it to him regardless.
Big props for Thunderlord and Ornn, though. I appreciate that. What is up with Warrior Princess Sivir? I've complained about this before, but somebody needs an art asset update.
That was the update. I think. I think they definitely made her more animu.
Dark Rider Sejuani, not the most common skin, so interesting to see that pulled out. And of course, Fiora, not common, period, so any any skin on her is interesting. Definitely takes the term wet noodle in the top lane fight to a whole nother level, though, with her sword being, I believe it's a pool noodle.
It is. It is.
All right, hoping to get the last couple loading ticks here.
We'll get it. They're just making it awkward for us, but you can't do that. You can't hold us back.
I will say for Nine Lives, I like somewhat of the color coordination as well. Thunderlord Ornn and Project Ash. Got that light blue going on.
It is very pretty. I would wear that color. 10 out of 10. Well, folks, while we're waiting for this toast to pop, make sure hit your socials, share the link to this stream, and while you do it, throw us that hashtag Blitzkrieg win or hashtag non-lives win. We appreciate the shares. We appreciate all you in general. So thank you for sticking around.
All right, we got some predictions here. Nickelbacker saying Blitz wins. Slackosaurus Rex declaring 9 lives. Gonna win again. Slackosaurus doubles down. We have discovered this. We have discovered that he just doubles down on his bets.
It's called having faith.
It is, yes. Nickelbacker calling you out, Sig, saying you like light blue just because it's C9.
And I like Nickel just because he's Nickel. That doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I mean, you're a terrible person and you have terrible taste. But no, you're correct. 100%. Without a doubt.
Alright, game has finally loaded in for all the good people in the world, so let's get rolling. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll just sit here looking at the lovely architecture.
I do like that fountain.
Look at these potions. Just look at these lovely potions right here on the blue side. There's like a couple of swords. Oh, here we go. Maybe. I would use this opportunity to swap all the heroes around, or champions around, but it's going to shuffle on me in a second anyway, so I'm not going to do that until they actually leave the fountain. Alright, moving out here. Probably not going to see any aggression.
Maybe. I mean, if you got a Morgan, a Thresh, and you want to throw away your late game potential, start Q with both of them and just go in. It'll be alright.
It'll be alright.
You know, kiddos, while we are waiting in this look, we call it a fountain, but neither shop has cups. And don't tell me about that Athene's Holy Grail chat. I'm not interested. They should put some cups out. Make it a party.
It's not a drinking fountain.
Not a drinking fountain. It's called a fountain, kiddos. Let's be real. It's not like what do you guys call it in Wisconsin? A bubbler or whatever.
Right.
What other?
Exactly. It's not a bubbler. It is a fountain where they just throw coins and hope they're going to win.
Oh, you're not supposed to drink out of those?
No.
Oh, that's what I've been doing wrong.
Yes. Yes. I mean, you can. I think you can bathe in them still, but I don't think you're supposed to drink out of them. I don't know. It's been a while.
Doctor said I needed more iron in my diet. I took that quite literally.
Swap Thresh and Sivir, please. You're welcome, Slackosaurus Rex. While we're talking about things getting swapped and the names of things, I'm checking out the bit score right now, and no one is challenging Arcane Soda, who still has a lot of bits saved up from that special Monday night game that we had. If you guys missed that, head over to YouTube where it is posted in its entirety. Special guest caster Ace 10,301 for that. You get to hear people talk about how similar we sound.
No good reason for that either.
Alright, so we'll see if Gotta Get Lucky and SMG Sniper are able to be a little bit more aggressive in this. I don't know if they will be or not. Briho is still applying a lot of pressure. But big Q there from Gotta Get Lucky, picking up a large amount of CS. Stellia and Great Beard of Odin fighting quite a lot as well up here in the top lane early. Huge picking up this crab. So a little less, let's say, tense, at least at the moment, than it was in Game 1. Probably because no one's freaking out about a Vayne top lane quite yet.
That and Stelio didn't try to take the river.
I'm interested to see how this top lane goes, though. We got Greatbeard Odin pushed back. Not really something that matters too much, though, if you're Ornn. A lot of damage here. Oh, nice counter there by Stelio as well. Something to look out for. Some people, I think, forget sometimes that Fiora can do that.
Now, there are some very particular interesting things about this comp with non-lives. I know I was preaching the gospel of make it to late game so Fiora can carry, but you got to remember that 14-minute mark. Great Beard of Odin, sorry, level 14, not 14 minutes. He has an activator passive. It's pretty much like a 2K benefit once he hits that level. So something to watch out there for. That's a big late game incentive for them.
Yeah, a lot of good late game incentives on both of these teams, both because of how the champions are just simply designed and also some other factors that they want to look out for. Huge possibly thinking about wall running here. Do have Chop Suey in the area as well, though, which could be a problem since they don't see that. Here comes Huge, going to be, oh, almost ran right into the two ladies up there. No big, oh! Gotta get lucky, move very far forward there. Flash is blown as well. Heal is used. Is he going to die from the Ignite damage? No, he is not. Very interesting. Very aggressive, too. Gotta look out for basically anything here. Nice pull and flay there. Doesn't get anything else from it, though. Alright. Brandana pushed back a little bit. CS lead. Going to be relatively equal after this wave runs into the turret, I imagine. Top lane, Great Beard of Odin is now the one being aggressive. Big minion wave push out here. Misses CS, though, unfortunately. Bot lane, though, is being a little rough here. Got to get lucky. 20 CS down.
20 CS down, and now 160 gold in Non-Lav's pocket from that turret plate.
I'm sure they're very happy about that. We do have Ashe with almost 1,300 gold. Might head back soon, but they're in a very comfortable position. I wouldn't be surprised if they stick around. Also have Chop Suey here. I would like to see him come down and try to help this very battered bot lane, but at the same time, he doesn't seem to want to. It's interesting.
Well, there's definitely a relevancy spike with Sejuani, so you want to make sure you hit that before you go into these lanes and potentially feed. Because there's a lot of damage from this non-Labs crew right now.
I mean, I can appreciate that Sejuani has a very powerful ultimate, but at the same time, when your bot lane is struggling this much, I feel just your presence alone can help quite a bit. Oh, Stelio going just straight in. Does have ultimate available. Great Beard of Odin does not, and he realizes it. Has to dash out. Stelio not choosing to dive, though, and that's definitely a good choice.
I'm interested to see if he recalls here. No, yes, he's just going to recall.
Yeah, he's got to get that health back up. You can't go up against a Fiora with that low of health. Otherwise, that ultimate gets popped, and it's just not fun. A little bit of a check there. We do have Huge lurking, and they don't know it. Here comes all the damage, though. Sniper in a little bit of trouble here, taking very, very low. Manages to flash out of the knockup. There's a flash there as well, but should be able to get away. Really good play by SMG Sniper to survive that. Would not have expected it otherwise. Mid lane, both R6. Brandana, though, being that nice range champion from Cassiopeia means that he's not really in too much of a danger from Morgana's ultimate. So that's definitely got to make him feel good, considering how that first big fight with Jackalope went in Game 1.
No, definitely much safer, and you can still be getting those tiers of the tier procs. Just farming, so just stay safe.
Jackalope comes in to do something instead. Great prison there. Might be able to take down the support here. Oh, Plant almost picks off SMG Sniper as well. So great job by Jackalope. Jungler won't gank. Your mid laner can gank. It's no problem.
It's free real estate,
It is, you know? I mean, you just make it work. Get those rotations going. Morgana has plenty of tools in her belt to help with those sorts of engagements, and I'm glad to see they're utilizing them. Top lane, Great Beard of Odin, of course, utilizing Ornn's lovely ability to shop while up in the top lane. Keeping himself present, keeping himself relevant. Still down in CS, though.
Well, retail therapy is the best healer.
Ashe, meanwhile, went to the store and bought herself a lot of very nice things. Vampy taking advantage of that gold advantage that he's got there. But thanks to that first blood, Gotta Get Lucky is right back into it as well, picking up some similar items. Shame about that extra money he spent on Dorian's Blade, but it seems to be working out for him. Oh, might be a couple of possible engages there, but the Thresh Hook missed, and top lane, Chop Suey is going to get spotted.
Big ward, though.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder... less of an emphasis going for Dragon here. Both junglers seem to just want to farm up. Kayn, of course, gets a lot of power the longer he farms up. Oh, Stelio going in here, huge coming to help. Here comes the Spirit Forge. Big knockup on that. We do have the Kayn inside him. That was an interesting little glitch there, I have to imagine. And Kayn picks up the kill.
Well, that's one way to level out the playing field. Get yourself caught up on farm.
Missed that down there in the bot lane. Thresh gets picked off. Not that surprising, though. A lot of knockup potential, and Ashe did use her arrow. Jackalope coming to help out. Does get spotted several times, actually. Once again, a lot of control wards here in this river brush. Oh, Brio misclicks. Breaks the stopwatch. Maybe he's just trying to make it fair.
Playing with the handicap, Kennos.
Maybe he finally realized that stopwatch is OP and he just got disgusted and shattered it.
Well, you don't need to buy a skin if you're gold-plated, baby. Whoop, whoop. What?
Alright, so once again, Cloud Drake is the first Drake. Once again going over to 9 lives. Great Beard of Odin ahead in gold thanks to that assist. Bot lane, once again, Sivir is still down. Now 300 gold down, so just a little... Oh, every time getting forced back is a little more gold that Gotta Get Lucky has fallen behind. Which is, of course, the way the game works. Just figured I'd shout it out there for anyone who didn't know.
I like it. Uh-oh, it's going down in chat. We're seeing the bit orb again.
Oh, Morgana almost catching Brandana there, but Brandana manages to sidestep the Q at the last moment. Like to see a little bit more durability out of this Ornn here. At this point, Fiora has more health than he does, which is not something you want to see on your durable character. Stelio gets hit by a turret shot there. Also, I think another misclick, unless that control ward was on purpose.
Well, you want the vision in lane. It's something you got to prioritize. See, now he'll see this Kayn coming as soon as Kayn gets on top of the ward.
Right, exactly. Oh, big Forge God coming here. Stelio manages to sidestep it. Very well done here, but goes back instead of forward. Trying to do a little bit of a double play there, but gets taken out again. Seeing that aggression.
Ooh, and the mastery coming out.
This is the aggression that I wanted them to do in Game 1, and they're starting to execute on it a little bit. Top lane, Stelio 0-2. Who's gotten Stelio 0-2 before? Not many people. SMG Sniper losing about a third of his health there just from one little combo. Getting more and more of that turret gold. Turret gold is still going to be up for another minute and a half. Next dragon will be another Cloud Drake, so very similar to last game. Gotta get lucky.
If I was Chop Suey, I would be contesting that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I want to see a lot more out of Chop Suey. I think we need to see his Sejuani engage now. You're level 8, get in there, beat some people up. You're like you said, like you said in Game 1, say you miss every ult you don't take. Especially true with Sejuani, because you can miss your ult. Blitzkrieg finally getting to the turret. Might get one. They could have done a little bit more, though I don't mind falling back here, considering what Brio can do. Lot of champions very close to each other here. by the Herald. Huge in a lot of trouble as well, though. If there were some more wards in that jungle like 9 lives did last game, they could have picked off Kayn, or at least could have tried to. Oh, a lot of damage here and Gotta Get Lucky. Great block there. Not sure if it was intentional, but still very well done by SMG Sniper, saving Gotta Get Lucky a face full of damage.
That's the kind of play we want to see out of him. Incredibly well done. You're starting to see more and more why that Thresh is such a comfort pick for him.
Chop Suey heading up into this top lane. Will get spotted, but Great Beard of Odin is in a little bit of trouble here. There is a stun on him. Looking to see that ult. Nope. Well, now they do it, but they're under turret. Can they get it done without getting taken out? Chop Suey taking a ton of turret damage. One more shot would have taken him out, but fortunately Stelio took it instead.
Oh, big rotation potentially coming up. NL Brandana looking to cash in.
Oh, does get some poison. Going to try to look to push this under turret. Can he do the 2-for-1? Probably not. Especially because Chop Suey may be running away. If I was Kayn, I might be moving up in here. Try to go hunting. You are Kayn. Do something with it. Jackalope dodging quite a lot. Gets this stun out. Great play there. Oh, gets stunned anyway. Might get taken out here. Every Kayn player's worst nightmare. Probably going to get one more Q shot here. Nope.
Fat Jackalope being merciful, letting him walk away with his life. Say thank you in chat, everyone.
Chop Suey coming up on here. Does have the ult available. Flash. There's another stun. Lots of flashes being blown here. Brandana probably stayed a little too long. Forge God coming up. Big damage, but I don't think Great Beard of Odin can follow up on it.
Interesting call, Brandana. I love the ultimate usage there. He did land it on both. I would have tried to scurry away a little bit.
I probably just wouldn't have stayed up there that long, period. They don't have the ward coverage to see people sneaking up behind him right now, though Great Beard of Odin does remedy that. And Chop Suey was gone for so long, there's no way he wasn't going to come back and help out Stelio.
There was a potentiality there.
9 Lives going for their second dragon. Once again, very similar to game 1. Getting 2 Cloud Drakes before anything else too major here. And the first turret as well. That being said, though, they are in a little bit better position just because Stelio Cantos is not as fed as he was before, or, is not fed, period. Mid lane's not doing too great, but does have a nice stock of minion kills under their belt. So we'll see if they can take advantage of it. Baron up in 3 minutes. We'll see if they go for the Herald here. I think they got some opportunity. Everyone else is relatively pushed back. Though obviously Huge being back at Fountain doesn't help too much. Prowler saying the only person that Drake really helps is Kayn. Well, I don't know about that.
I don't know. I saw that music video. Drake helped that entire campus. It was Miami, I think.
Brandana could definitely use it to get into a better position. Cassiopeia is someone who's all about positioning. Once again, we're seeing some pressure in the mid lane here, but this time it's Blitzkrieg who's trying to apply some of the pressure. A lot of rotations going on. Stelio heading back to that top lane, looking to get some farm off of the push. Brio and Brandana working together. Oh, nice little grab there. Arrow comes in as well. Everyone piling in on this poor little Thresh. Big knockup as well. Chop Suey flashes. Turret aggro does hit, but doesn't get too much else done. Teleport is available, so SMG Sniper gets taken down. Good pickoff.
Incredible engage out of 9 lives, just as we called it. Great Beard of Odin, nowhere near lane, throws the ult. Vampy the Vampire, nowhere near lane, throw the ult. Your team fighting everywhere, and it looks like this team fight's going to continue as they siege this mid lane tower.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Chop Suey is rather low, so it's not a bad thing to keep pushing on this, but at the same time, with Jackalope and Gotta Get Lucky, they're two very artillery-focused characters. So they're kind of able to help poke down a siege long term, especially considering that the rest of 9 Lives is nowhere near as durable as Great Beard of Odin, and Great Beard of Odin still only has about 2,000 health. Let's compare that to Chop Suey, who's 2,300. Focusing a little on the damage, or on the mana first, which some top laners are known to do. You see that from Nasus sometimes. Oh, Jackalope gets caught here. Do have SMG Sniper to help assist, but no one was there to follow up Briho's grab. Ooh, next Dragon's Infernal. That'll be very interesting for both of these teams.
I think that'd be a big benefit to Blitzkrieg if they could pick that up. Give Fiora a little bit more of an edge in these fights.
Absolutely. Not doing that great against the Rift Herald right now, though. Fat Jackalope is able to see this. The whole team is actually trying to take this, so this could lead to a big problem here. They do fall back. Chop Suey is there. Ashe gets spotted, but is in position. Here comes the effects. Oh, big Forge God there. Are they going to knock anybody up? All the ultimates being used. Brandana a little bit too far forward here, but no one there to follow up on the positioning. Got to get lucky still down in that bot lane. Going to grab this first turret for his team. Ashe Arrow misses. Looks like they're going to head straight to the mid lane. Probably going to use the Herald as well. Let's see if they intend to do that.
You got a minute. Let it build value.
Oh, big stun there. This is going to be a dead Snake Lady. At least no protected thanks to that barrier. I remember it was cleanse. This thing is interesting. Anyway, survives. That's what's important.
It was the Seraph's Embrace that allowed Brandana to walk away from that. Well, Slither.
Oh, I missed the Seraph's Embrace. Good call.
Yeah. But that's what you're looking for from Chop Suey. We want to see that stellar engage there. Just wait till you got some of your party with you. And I think that would have been a big payoff for them. So I think this is their turnaround point. Land another one of those, and you can get you some objectives.
Yeah, I think Blitzkrieg definitely has that potential. A lot of engage options available on both teams, actually. Get a very aggressive, gotta get lucky ultimate from that Sivir into a Chop Suey ultimate, and you can make some things fall pretty quick here. But once again, Stelio Cantos headed up to that top lane. No teleport available, so will not be able to assist his team. Oh, big play by Chop Suey there, but no bites. It's kind of funny. Rushes in, then goes, nope, I don't want to be here. Alright, so Stelio still up in that fight with Great Beard of Odin. Great Beard of Odin getting some damage out now, though. Meanwhile, there's some positioning jousting going on here by 9 Lives. Both teams really do want this Infernal. It would help out Vampy, it would help out Huge, it would help out Cassiopeia. It would help out mostly everybody on both teams, really. Except for maybe Thresh. Thresh doesn't care.
You should really ask him that before you assume that.
Oh!
I do like this. Oh!
Yeah, sure. Use your ultimate on a champion who can freely shield it. Everyone forgets about the Sivir shield.
That was very anticlimactic with the payoff.
Alright, so Blitzkrieg has started this Drake. They're pulling it out. Chop Suey acting as a bit of a blocker here while SMG Sniper tanks the dragon. Rift Herald Summit in the top lane. This is the split pushing from Great Beard of Odin. Big ultimate thrown down, but only gets the Morgana. Drake is taken. Jackalope trying to run away. Brandana very low, so not really able to move forward as much as she may like. Vampy also taken very low, so suddenly 9 Lives not in a great position. They have no durability. Top lane, Great Beard of Odin. Poor Rift Herald does get taken down after helping take out that one turret. So split pushed work, no durability. Jackalope might be in a little bit of trouble here, but this ward really paying off for them. Gives them the time to sidestep.
Vision's the name of the game, and with 4, that was 4 pink wards all around the mid side. You're going to prevent these flanks for both teams.
Looking for some more wards. Chop Suey going in really hard here. Let's see what happens. Spell Immune Shield put on as well. Everything put on to Briho, who does go down before he is able to use the ultimate, which is on cooldown anyway, so that doesn't really matter. Looks like they're going to get this turret, but here comes Brandana throwing up a nice little poison wall there, delaying the push.
Delay, delay, delay. That's the name of the game. Make it to late. Win.
Let's see what Stelio's gold is looking like here. 7,600. Still the most on the team, despite kind of getting locked down in the beginning, so certainly fulfilling his mandate. Big bit fight going on here in the chat. Arcane Soda up to 5,200 bits versus Asian Token Masters 4,200. Establishing dominance.
Man, oh man.
Alright. Greatbeard of Odin leading the push here. We do have most of the ultimates for 9 lives available. This turret goes down without too much of an engage. Big stun here on the Thresh. Forge God helps finish it off. Stelio gets knocked up a little bit, not too big of a deal. Oh, very nice long-range artillery fire from the Sivir and the Morgana there for a 1-for-1. Both teams very close, 4-4 right now. Stelio Kantos getting the red buff. Wards might spot that Vampy is rather out of position here. Would like to see a few more wards from both teams. Blitzkrieg in particular, they've had a couple of opportunities where they could have picked somebody off if they knew they were there. Next dragon will be in Earth. But this is still, to a point, very similar to what we saw in Game 1. Finally getting this mid turret down. Once again, Briho gets taken out. Chop Suey also very low. Cleanse is used to free Brandana from that ultimate. Free kill and a turret there for Blitzkrieg. That's a pretty good 10 seconds. Not sure what the next step really is here. Baron is up, Dragon is up. 9 Lives has got to find a way to get some tempo back in this game. Win some exchanges. Right now they've either been going equal or losing the exchanges, and that's kind of been wilting their flower power here. Oh, Jackalope all alone. Gets spotted by that ward that I was hoping they'd start placing down. Huge tries to make a run for it. Sejuani ult is not available. Forge God is, though, going the other way. Chop Suey does end up getting shield there, but will get taken down as well. Gotta get lucky, takes down 2. Fat Jackalope in a lot of trouble. Goes down. SMG Sniper is the only one left. That's a 3 for nothing. They're looking at Baron.
That was a big re-engage there from 9 Lives. You saw the Sivir ultimate go down. Gotta get lucky. Thought he was writing a check for some payouts there. Cash in on some of those bounties, but that didn't happen.
9 Lives. Gonna take this Baron down most likely. SMG Sniper does not have the damage to contest it here. Here comes a lot of big teleports to try to stop Stelio Kantos from pushing. Did get a turret, did get half of the bot lane turret as well, possibly more thanks to these Winions. Alright, so now we have 9 Lives in a bit of, once again, of a dominating position here. They are 4k gold up, they have this Baron buff, and they're probably going to look to start pushing.
Big potentiality there, but I think we're going to see something different. Stelio's going to be wanting to split push right now.
Well, he was doing a very good job with it earlier. I don't know. He does have teleport available, so I think that if the man wants to split push, let him split push. At the same time, though, they are going to have to look out for the fact that they don't really want to be in a 4v5 situation anymore because of how well 9 Lives has been doing over these last 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, a lot to consider now. We did see the Molten Edge come out on Ashe, so Vampy is now very, very strong.
Incredibly strong. 110 attack damage off of 1 item. That's that Ornn power coming in for you. Chop Suey in a good position, though. We do have the Kayn soloing the dragon, but Stelio is doing the split pushing, got one turret down, may go for another. Looks like Kane might be going back to contest. We'll see what happens. Great Beard of Odin just charging straight up onto that turret, taking it down and keep pushing. So it's a 4v4. Blitzkrieg is probably in a little bit worse position than 9 Lives is, not only because of the Baron buff, but also because I think that they really need the Fiora there, but we'll see what happens. Fiora looking to fall back. Might get behind 9 Lives, actually. We'll see if he decides to go that route. Does get spotted. Oh, they're going to collapse. Oh, misses the Forge God. Arrow also misses. Ash gets turned around on. They were back around here on Chop Suey. Stelio Kantos thinking of going in as well. Chop Suey manages to just barely get out. Everyone's still alive so far, though Brandana escaping at a bit of a risky angle. Alright, lots of excitement, no deaths. Chop Suey goes back to heal. We see the call, no way to engage on 9 Lives comp. I mean, we'll see. I think that they've been getting a lot of good angles Blitzkrieg has on 9 Lives. We saw that getting on that Ashe in the back line there because they were trying to go after the Fiora. So it's a question of shot calling, positioning. Jackalope might be in a little bit of trouble, but I believe they spot this, so he's able to get out. We'll see how much they decide to collapse, though. Good ward placement there. I like that quite a lot. They'll see who's coming for him.
Oh yeah, and non-lives, even though they are Baron, there's so much wave clear between Gotta Get Lucky on Sivir and Fat Jackalope's Morgana. It's so hard to siege into that, Timbers.
Yeah, it's hard to siege in, but at the same time, they're just taking these turrets down so fast. The Earth Drake's helping them. The cannon minions are helping them. Stelio is once again split pushing, gets another relatively free turret, and just runs away from Kane. Baron buff is gone now. I don't know, would you say 9 Lives used that effectively? They did get 2 turrets out of it.
It was a positive turn on the Baron, but they were very limited because the wave clear and the constant pressure from this Fiora. Stelio Kantos really putting the solo in this solo carry right there.
We've got the next Drake will be an Infernal, but that won't be up for a while. Baron will be up before that, just under 2 minutes. Not a lot of ward coverage around that, though. Here comes Briho to try to change that. Going in for some sweeps. Would like to see some wards from Blitzkrieg as well. But, you know, we'll see what happens. We do have Jackalope down in the bot lane, teleporting back as well. Does have 1,400 gold, so going to get a nice big item out of that. And Stelio is back in that top lane. Hasn't used teleport in a while. Saving it for the right moment. Definitely a very passive period here. There's about 30 seconds between Baron and Dragon, which they're definitely going to have to keep in mind. If one team goes for Dragon, the other could try to go for a quick Baron. Definitely will come down to Vision, which Blitzkrieg does not have right now. Gotta Get Lucky getting very aggressive here, going in with just his level 11 support. They changed their minds rather quickly. A lot of wards here in this bush.
Big split, GBO not in the best position.
Yeah, positioning is also very interesting here. Vampy is down in that bot lane. Got that split push and Ashe going on here. Looks as though Blitzkrieg is going to go back to answer it. Jackalope all alone. Might be in a little bit of trouble with these Cloud Drakes helping out 9 Lives, but keeps moving, gets out fine. Maybe. Some warning pings there. Definitely got to look out. Yeah. Another half second to go back and Jackalope would have been dead, I'm pretty sure. At the very least, down a flash. Stelio Kantos pushing. Still split pushing here. Does have teleport available. Looks like 9 Lives is at least acting like they're going for Baron. Oh, gonna grab Chop Suey here. Chop Suey has all of the ultimates blown on him. Is gonna get picked off. Not gonna get saved that time. Arrow also hits the poor Morgana, who gets Lantern, but knocked up at the same time and has to flash.
Interesting interaction between the Lantern and that knock-up there. Everybody write your senator about that. I don't feel like that should have happened.
Stelio is soloing the Dragon, and 9 Lives is taking that opportunity for their second Baron. Gotta get lucky. You gotta stop farming and try to... Nope. Never mind. Blitzkrieg, interesting priorities, let's say, this game. I'm not sure how I feel about some of their choices in game 2 here. They're not doing terrible, down about 5k gold, which is what they were up in game 1. But Stelio's split pushing kind of is leading them a little bit astray. He's doing well with it, but that just means he's not around for team fights. 2 Infernals Drakes, though. That is crazy on this Sivir and the other damage dealers they have.
Huge output there. It's increasing that wave clear that limits the siege. So this is just an interesting defense that we see Blitzkrieg has set up. I don't think they can win with it, though. You can stop for a very long time. Delay. But that 6k gold lead is very misleading. I would argue, Kinos, it is more because of the Ornn passive. You're seeing additional items come out, so they're scaling past 6 items. It's a very rough time to be a member of Blitzkrieg right now.
Well, we'll see if they're able to do anything about this siege. Chop Suey gets a little far forward. There is a capture there by Jackalope, but they're not going to get anything out of that otherwise. It looks like they're just stalling for this Kayn up in the top lane. Not a bad choice. Stelio does run up to try to deal with that. She can wave clear very effectively when she's in melee range because of that splash damage from the Ravenous Hydra. But everything's just getting picked down. It's game of inches of health bars right now, and 9 Lives is winning it.
Dr. Prowler saying in chat, gotta account for that additional damage in that money to damage ratio I was talking about. So excellent point, Doctor. Thank you for the putting me on notice there.
Stelio taken very low already. Does have Archangels available. Arrow, all the ultimates are getting blown. Gotta get lucky. Shields that very well. Good job by Morgana locking that up. Sivir throws the ult up as well. Big block from Chop Suey. Doesn't do too much with it. Looks as though there's going to be a death here from Huge. Stelio Kantos, meanwhile, in the back line, does pick off the cast. Huge is running. It's a 2-for-1 so far. They're going to chase. I don't know about this. Kayn looking to pick off. Gotta get lucky. Does get the knock-up involved. There is a Lantern. Gotta get lucky. Takes it. Sneaks out there. Still a 4v3. Baron buff is up for about another, let's say, a couple of seconds. 30 seconds maybe. That's a turret down. Gonna keep pushing. Game probably will not end here, though we do have Huge split pushing as well. Might get another turret. Probably not another inhibitor, though.
What he's doing is very smart, though. They're splitting the attention. Stelio can go down, go after Huge, but that just pulls him away from stopping this top.
Yeah, top lane push
See
is...
that wave clear push to the mat.
Yeah, top lane push is very aggressive. Yep, that turret does get taken down just by Winions, who are going for the inhibitor as well. Morgana is hung up in the mid lane here. Gotta get lucky, very low health. Gets out just as Baron buff expires. Almost as if they practiced it. Elder Drake coming up next. That'll be really big for 9 Lives, who I have to imagine is going to be the ones getting it because of how pushed back Blitzkrieg is here. They've lost almost all of their outer turrets, and they've got super minions pushing down the mid lane. $6k gold lead, give or take. Control ward on this dragon will notice what is going on. Do see that 9 Lives is in that position. Looks as though Blitzkrieg might... The game might be won or lost right here. We'll see what happens. losing a bit of that speed boost there, in addition to the Cloud Drake. A Prison will grab Brio here. That's going to be a dead plant lady, so already they're up 1 kill to none. This is sending 9 lives scattering. Blitzkrieg looks as though they're willing to just set it up, use that advantage to try to get this Elder Drake. But if someone's going to be able to steal this Elder Drake, it's Kane.
That is a huge potential, but I think there's just too much cost with that 4v5 fight, and you'll have 15 seconds with Brio still down. So you start oh lord, I know what it is. The Elder Drake, you finish it, you get out of there, you take your victories and go. Pull it out. Do not let them contest this on you.
Well, we'll see what happens. Ornn's ultimate is available. I'm sure we're going to see it. Chop Suey going forward immediately throws that down on Brandana. Sivir ults as well, but they're all tunnel visioning on the Sivir and getting picked off from the sides. Vampy is incredibly powerful. Huge picks off Sivir and keeps going. The damage is gone. Where is Stelio Cantos? There he is. Not willing to go in on Huge. I think they could have gotten some of that damage out there. Chop Suey is being the biggest distraction in the world here, but they're chasing the Ornn instead of trying to grab any sort of objective. Kane coming up to try to help the Ornn, but Ornn just trundles along. Doesn't care. Gets out.
Hola, senores, senores. Welcome to the Costa de la Fiesta.
Huge, dealing a lot of big damage here. Everyone does. Okay, this Elder Drake, this may help 9 Lives close out the game. They're so far ahead already. Tempo, base setup, Dragons. They're going for the Baron also. Baron plus Elder Drake. If they don't win off of this, they're playing with their food.
I really think that this Blitzkrieg roster need to double down, focus on whatever Stelio's doing, help him finish his fights, and then let him join the rest of the team.
They also needed to get a little bit more target priority. Yes, Cassiopeia is scary, but when the 5-0-6 Ashe with the Molten Edge is shooting your line, you got to turn on her.
And she missed the ultimate, so there was definite opportunity where she wouldn't have that CC to stop and engage on.
Alright, so they're going to try a collapse from the back here. This is probably Blitzkrieg's best play here. Let's see if they're able to make it happen. There is a couple of ultimates thrown down already. Most of them end up missing, though. A lot of pressure on this Ashe, who does go down. Great Beard of Odin is in the line there. Gotta get lucky, gets taken down immediately. There's just too much damage everywhere. Great plays there by Stelio, picking up a couple of members. Jackalope misses the Q, unfortunately. Stelio and Sniper do manage to kick most of them out of the base, though. It's just Great Beard of Odin left. That was probably the best that Blitzkrieg could do.
And look at those heals coming out. It looks like there wasn't even a fight. Stelio Cantos just clearing out that under the tower, but
SMG.
Great Beard of Odin not leaving.
Yeah, SMG getting a little overconfident there, but Stelio should be able to solo him. We'll see, though. That big damage coming out from that Elder Drake and the Baron. Stelio's going to get picked off here. Yes. Bit of a misplay there. That means there's 10 seconds for Great Beard of Odin here to take out all the turrets. 7 seconds. SMG Sniper, you have got to get in there. You've got to save your base, man. Great Beard of Odin doesn't try to go for any Nexus damage. Just going to kind of run for it. Got to get lucky. Stuck hanging back, trying to defend. Good wave clear.
Friendly reminder, folks, Ornn's a tank. You wouldn't know at watching that fight. He just lasted and just DPS. That's what he is.
As someone said, they needed to get the Ornn mail, and they did get it. Helped out quite a bit against that Fiora. Something that I'm just really impressed that Blitzkrieg executed that the way they did. Coming in from behind, that was a great heads-up play. One that many teams who are in their position wouldn't have thought to do. Push back, probably the strongest thing 9 Lives could throw out at them. The issue is they still ended up losing it. So they're going to have to do it again and have to do it cleaner if they're going to want to have some way to come back from this close to 10k gold deficit. Might grab the Huge, though, here. A lot of ults coming down on him. Stun does not manage to proc. Poor Chop Suey is getting beaten up down here. Does get knocked up by most everything. That's 2 members down already. This looks like it's going to be game.
That was a big 3-man Forge God there. That was just knock-up central with Brio's ultimate as well.
There's been a lot of really
fire miles.
A lot of really good Forge Gods coming out of Odin today, except for that one he kind of whiffed. All right, so unless Stelio can make the play of all time, this is going to be the end right here. Here we go. Gets the spell immunity there, but just knocked up immediately. That Ash damage is too huge. Jackalope is in the middle. Doesn't have an ult available, though. That would have been huge. Gets taken down immediately. That's game.
Very well played from both teams.
Yep, 9 lives coming back strong, though. Good for them. Alright, these stats are going to be crazy. That Ash was doing insane damage. So that's a 1 and 1. Let's go to the stats. Morgana getting the most damage. Very impressive. Very impressive for most everyone, actually. A lot of equivalent damage over there on the side of 9 lives. I was going to say Blitzkrieg, but Blitzkrieg, clearly there was one person who was dealing more damage. Look at this thresh damage, 1900. Someone wasn't hitting champions very much.
It's rough going from that Alistair pick to Thresh. It was a solid ban, and it definitely worked to limit him.
It certainly did. So, 1-1 there. What do you think that Blitzkrieg could have done a little bit better?
I think that Blitzkrieg played incredibly well with the comps that they had, but they were just out-routed in terms of you pick the Fiora, you build the Fiora to split push, but you never get the opportunity to split push. Comp doesn't pay off. And you did see the 2 towers where Fiora was able to get away, was able to split push. She was knocking on the door of the inhibs. So when the comp was working, folks, it was working. But they did such a good job keeping up the tempo of the fight that Non-Lives was just able to continue pushing. Just keep up the fight. Don't let the Fiora get away without having to recall.
All right, looks like we have Great Beard of Odin in the interview room. So let's hop over there and see what we can learn about 9 Lives' comeback here. Hey, Great Beard of Odin, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. It feels good to finally win.
I'm sure it does. So, you guys lost that first game, obviously. What was the mindset going into game 2?
Going into game 2 is just trying to just trying something different play style. Going on something a little less risky mid, and then like the Zed was, it just didn't pay off. So we wanted to go back to something that worked for us previously, which was the Cassiopeia, and then just dish out tons of damage. And her ults layered on really nice with all of our CC.
If you don't mind me asking, if the Cassiopeia was something you guys were relying on or thinking about going in on, why did you wait so late in the pick phase to grab her?
There was no reason to show it. So we didn't want to pick it early when that Morgana's a flex pick.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no reason to tip our hand before we actually had to, and they weren't banning it out, so we could let it go until towards the end.
Okay, cool. Sig?
That's you've knocked out. Those are the 2 questions I had.
All right, then I'll do another one. So that game 1, obviously, Vayne kind of went into you guys there. What was the thought process that you had when you saw that kind of a weird top lane pick, and how do you think you could have executed on it better?
Well, I didn't think it was that weird. I think in laning phase, I thought it wasn't pretty great. I was bullying model lane, and didn't think he did a very good job with it in lane. It just came down to team fights that we just couldn't win the team fights, and he was just able to come in with the Vayne and clean up the fights. We just couldn't get past all their CC from the Morgana and Mumu, but lane-wise, I thought it was pretty easy to deal with.
All right, excellent. Good. Glad to hear the confidence there. So you got the win picked up. Running out of weeks here. What are you guys planning on doing to push toward victory here to get into the playoffs?
I think we're still just trying to find our identity as a team and just trying to find really what works for us. So it's really hammering way back in team practice here, really trying to get our groove going here and get that comp that really can hit our stride here this final week to get us in, hopefully in the playoffs.
All right. Well, good luck with that, and see you in games next week.
Yeah, thanks. See you later.
All right. So with that, I'm gonna drag Sig here. There he is. So with that, I'm going to step aside for the second set of games, hand you over to Sig Lord and Nickel, and see you guys in game 3 Last word before we go to the break, Sig.
Excellent job from both teams, and excellent casting, Kenos. Thank you for always doing such.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. Good luck to you guys. Good luck to both teams. I'll see Twitch chat in Twitch chat. And thank you, Huge, for the Twitch Prime sub there, and to Loaf for subbing in there for Slackosaurus Rex. We will see you guys in the second set coming up real soon.